We're always told that the biggest opportunities for growth are somewhere out there. New markets, new tech. But what if the next great frontier, the most important one, isn't external at all? What if it's internal? Today, we're going to explore the very real science of unlocking the incredible untapped power of your own brain.
And that really gets to the heart of what we're talking about. What is your brain's actual true potential? I mean, if you've ever had that feeling, that little voice telling you that you're capable of so much more, well, science is now showing us that you're absolutely right. So let's dive in and see what's really going on in there.
Think about it. For centuries, our whole model for growth has been about looking outward. We've pushed into new lands, we've built incredible technologies, we've opened up new markets, always assuming the next big thing was somewhere out there.
But what if that whole idea is, well, outdated? What if the most fertile ground for development, the place to get a real competitive edge, isn't in some new app or a far-off market? Seriously, what if we've been looking in completely the wrong direction this whole time?
Well, it turns out we have been. The next great frontier for all of us, it's right here, inside your head. This is the new landscape for growth, both personally and professionally. And understanding it, that's probably the single biggest opportunity for transformation we have right now.
Okay, so if this is the new frontier, how in the world do we navigate it? What's the map? Well, the key, the tool for all of this is the power of neuroscience. And look, this isn't some abstract sci-fi concept. This is a practical, real-world toolkit for unlocking the potential that you already have.
So when we say neuroscience here, what do we really mean in a practical sense? Well, we're talking about amazing concepts like neuroplasticity, which is just the brain's incredible ability to physically rewire itself. And that's not just a cool fact for a textbook. Knowing that you can literally change your brain's structure just through new habits and thoughts, well, that gives you the direct power to create real, tangible transformation in your life. And the path to get there is actually pretty straightforward. First, you just learn something new. Like, you learn about how your brain reacts to stress. Then you move to understanding. You start to see how that applies to you, recognizing your own personal stress triggers. And finally, you achieve that transformation by using what you know to build better habits, maybe like mindfulness exercises, to manage those triggers instead of just reacting to them.
Okay, let's bring this down to earth. Let's talk about something we all do all day, every single day, making decisions. This is where all that abstract science becomes incredibly practical. It's about helping us move from just reacting to the world to intentionally architecting our choices. And this slide really shows the two paths, right? On the left, that's our default mode, reactive decisions. They're driven by habit, by impulse. On the right, though, that's a neuro-informed decision. So for example, once you understand a cognitive bias like confirmation bias, our brain's sneaky habit of only looking for info that proves what we already believe, well, a neuro-informed decision means you actively seek out opposing views before you commit. You're consciously overriding that mental shortcut to get to a much better outcome.
So, what's the reward here? If you really commit to this path, to understanding your mind and designing your decisions, what's the big payoff? What's actually waiting for you on the other side of this journey? Let's take a look at the horizon.
I mean, this quote from the source material just says it all, doesn't it? This isn't about making tiny little improvements here and there. It's about being immersed in a new world of infinite possibilities. It's a fundamental, game-changing shift in what you even believe is achievable.
But infinite possibilities can sound a little out there, right? It has to be grounded in the real world. And the source material points to two huge, tangible outcomes. For you as an individual, making better decisions and having better emotional regulation, that leads directly to significant career growth. And for a whole organization, a team that gets this stuff, that understands cognitive bias, they innovate faster, which leads to explosive growth. That's the real-world impact.
And all of this, it really brings us back to one simple, most important point. After we've looked at the frontier, the science, the rewards, it all comes down to you. It's your brain, and it's your future. The power to make all this happen, it really is in your hands.
And here is the absolute key takeaway from all of this, the engine for all this change. It's not something you need to go out and buy or acquire. It's already there. The power of your brain for transformation is built in, just waiting for you to understand it and point it in the right direction.
So as we wrap this up, I'll just leave you with this one thought. As you walk away today with this new perspective on the power that you hold right inside your own head, the only real question left is, what possibility will you unlock first?